because of the way that I live and the way that I see things. And I'm not really upset or bothered by that. But I live different. I see different. I feel different.
Vitamin? What do you mean by a vitamin? This is made in a scientific way, a laboratory. We make vitamins. But sir, could I ask the question, is it a fact that the human body is electrical?
Why do we get sick? The body was not designed to be sick. Bird doesn't get sick. Elephant doesn't get sick. He needs no vet. The lion doesn't need a vet. Neither is a giraffe.
What if I told you that a tiny pill that you swallow is secretly rewriting your body code, making your body depend on it instead of working to heal it? According to research, harmful drug reactions are the fourth major cause of death in the United States. It proves that people die more from prescription medicines than from road accidents or homicides. This statement needs verification. According to the CDC, adverse drug reactions are a significant issue, but categorizing them as the fourth leading cause of death may not be accurate without proper context. Instead, consider stating, according to research, adverse drug reactions are a significant cause of hospitalization and death in the United States. Dr. Sebi had the same thoughts about modern medicine.
If we eat something that God didn't make, we are running the risk of disease. Then we're going to be angry. Like I were at only 30 years of age, I was extremely angry.
Let's uncover what Dr. Sebi told us about prescription drugs and how we can prevent unexpected health crises. How modern medicine is destroying us. There has been a great deal of money spent by pharmaceutical industries to advertise the potential benefits of modern medicine. This being the case, the actual information on the dangers of modern medicine isn't reaching the public. While there might be some advantages around it, the number of harmful reactions and failures easily outshine its benefits. Insomnia is one of the most common health conditions that most people suffer from in general. Therefore, to overcome this condition, almost every person relies on sleeping pills. For them, sleeping pills are doing wonders by getting them to sleep effortlessly. However, there's more to it than just making them sleep. When someone takes sleeping pills regularly, they become dependent on them without realizing they are actually pushing themselves into danger. Aside from dependence, sleeping pills are nothing but sedating pills that forcefully shut you down, unlike natural sleep. If you end up taking sleeping pills more than usual, or for 4 weeks, you might increase your chances of death. Over time, your body will too become tolerant, forcing you to increase the normal recommended dosage. This, in turn, eats away at your sleep quality and might make you vulnerable to rebound insomnia, anxiety, irritability, and odd dreams. The same goes for painkillers. When we become used to taking a certain pill, a blood pressure pill for example, we can't stop using it. If we do, our body will react differently. Modern medicine is all about focusing on and treating the disease without figuring out the root cause of it. The treatment takes place without considering the general health of the body. In simple terms, the medicine will only cure your symptoms instead of the disease and its origin. In addition, the medicine industry supports and encourages the concept of cure rather than prevention, which not only costs you more money, but sometimes costs you your life. According to many statistical reports, modern medicine claims many lives throughout America annually.
And that society actually values it. So all of these factors, social, psychological, emotional, physical, they actively affect your health, and they may either prevent or predispose you to developing chronic conditions.
In the USA, the pharmaceutical industry has taken over the charge of medicine. Whenever a patient visits a hospital, the doctor is urged to write their patient a prescription for the sake of financial gain of drug companies. The pharmaceutical industry is growing more rapidly in the competition to outshine alternative medicine or herbal cures. As per modern medicine, there is little to no scientific evidence supporting the benefits of herbal medicine. This might be the case on many occasions, but sometimes natural medicine is proven to be effective. Given the natural origin of herbal medicines, they are less likely to cause harmful side effects compared to modern medicine that's killing you secretly. Dr. Sebi held the same thoughts about European medicines.
If I had listened to all of the philosophers of Europe, I would have never been able to find the answer to the cure of diseases.
How Dr. Sebi treated his diseases. Alfredo Darrington Bowman, better known as Dr. Sebi, was born on November 26, 1933, in the village of Milanga in Ilanga, Honduras. Dr. Sebi was raised by his grandmother, Mama Hay, who also believed in curing diseases naturally rather than conventionally.
I was born in Spanish Honduras in the year of 1933. I was born in a small village named Milanga. The boy grew up, never going to school.
Seeing his grandmother's interest in plants and herbs, Dr. Sebi grew fond of herbal healing practices. Dr. Sebi, suffering from asthma, obesity, diabetes, and impotence from a young age, found no cure in modern medicine. He went to a neurologist, endocrinologist, and practitioner, traveling through France, England, Russia, Germany, and the United States, yet his conditions were left uncured. He then turned himself to learning natural ways after discovering the limitations of modern medicine in curing chronic diseases.
He was very deadly ill. He had diabetes. He had asthma from birth. He was impotent at 28. And at 30,
Dr. Sebi found his calling by studying herbs in Africa, the Caribbean, North America, Central America, and South America. When he went to Mexico, Dr. Sebi met a herbalist who cured his long-standing asthma, obesity, diabetes, and impotence. Besides, the herbalist also told Dr. Sebi to follow the original African diet.
had diabetes, asthma, obesity, and insanity. And with the help of Mexican people, I was cured.
The herbalist asked Dr. Sebi to stop eating acidic or harmful food for 90 days to cleanse his body. Following the herbalist's recommendation along with certain herbs, Dr. Sebi was surprisingly cured of his lifelong diseases, unlike the modern medicines that didn't work positively but might have left a negative impact on him. Working as a steam engineer, Dr. Sebi believed that herbs are the only medicine made for humans. Even Hippocrates used herbs to cure diseases. He always wondered why herbs were considered beneficial religiously too, but humans weren't making use of them. Considering the unlimited benefits of plants and herbs, Dr. Sebi would urge people to cut out processed foods and include beneficial vegetables in their diet. Even if they are sick, they must first try curing themselves with vegetables or herbs before moving toward the chemicals, modern medicine.
It says that the herbs are for the healing of the nation. Then as I go further into the history of medicine, this is what I found, that the great Hippocrates used herbs to cure disease, and that he cured every disease known to man. If Jesus cured with herbs, Hippocrates cured with herbs, and God said the herbs, then what's up? Why aren't we curing with herbs today?
Discovering the connection of pH with the herbs and their curing abilities, Dr. Sebi began testing the pH of numerous herbs in order to find alkali herbs, beneficial ones. According to Dr. Sebi, diseases like cancer, AIDS, and others are caused by mucus and acidity in the body. He believed that taking certain foods while avoiding others can help detoxify the body, ultimately getting an alkaline state and dodging the risks of diseases, which Western medicines aren't able to do. He also showed how acidic plants and herbs like carrots, peppermint, and mushrooms can be highly dangerous for human health.
Let me investigate further to see which are the alkali herbs. And I begin to see that burdock, yellow dock, also the elderberry, these are alkali plants. Also the Virginia snake root, because the herbalists of today are recommending peppermint. Peppermint is very acid. Peppermint freezes the brain. Some even recommend peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is extremely caustic.
Dr. Sebi knew if we chose to take artificially made food or medicines, we would only get closer to nothing but harm.
If we eat something that God didn't make, we are running the risk of disease. Then we're going to be angry. Like I were at only 30 years of age, I was
The dangers of processed foods, a way to welcome diseases. Processed foods like processed meats, baked items, microwave meals, packaged cheese products, breakfast cereals, instant noodles, packaged chips, ice cream, sausages, nuggets, sodas, and others might fulfill your craving and transform your food lifestyle. But at the same time, they are making your body prone to deadly diseases. You might not know that you are snacking on processed food, but as you look up the ingredient list, you'll come upon something that isn't in your refrigerator or kitchen. For example, bulking agents, color stabilizers, artificial flavors, or humectants. We make these processed food items a part of our daily routine without realizing the dangers. Highly processed foods make up 60% of adults' diets and almost 70% of kids' diets. These processed foods contain insane amounts of sugar, salt, fats, and chemicals like additives and preservatives with a reduction of fiber, protein, and nutrients. By consuming these processed food items on a daily basis, we let in diseases like type 2 diabetes, obesity, inflammation, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, breast and colorectal cancer, cancer that affects the large intestine, and metabolic syndrome. Thus, we end up going toward Western medicine, making ourselves vulnerable to additional conditions while also spending a great deal of money.
Been research that was recently done by the British Medical Journal that showed a direct relationship between the higher level of the ultra-processed foods, which I believe they're going to speak about shortly, and developing heart disease or
Dr. Sebi's Cell Food. Without a degree, books, or studies, Dr. Sebi was able to launch his herbal business. In the 1980s, Dr. Sebi founded his own Usha Research Institute in the village of Usha. He began marketing his herbal products through advertisements the same year he launched his institute. Dr. Sebi's business was targeted by critics, especially by the modern medicine industry, for not being science-backed, and since it was making changes, modern medicine began taking this business as a strong competitor. Through Dr. Sebi's diet plan and herbal medicines, he cured AIDS, cancer, diabetes, and blindness. However, not many applauded his achievement, including the science experts. Besides, his fans and followers remained fond of his teachings and herbal treatment practices. Dr. Sebi's herbal medicine business was later called Dr. Sebi's Cell Food, and the treatment was called African Bioelectric Cell Food Therapy, providing a number of different recipes with certain fruits and vegetables. He founded this business on the theory that the human body catches and promotes diseases through mucus and acidity, rather than bacteria and viruses. In addition to mucus being the culprit, a disease can only survive and last long if it lives in an acidic environment. So, Dr. Sebi's goal was to get your body into an alkaline state to get rid of the disease. As per Dr. Sebi, pneumonia is mainly caused by mucus buildup in the lungs, while diabetes is the result of excess mucus in the pancreas.
So what did I do? I put compounds together that would cleanse the human body of what? Of mucus. In so doing, AIDS, sickle cell, lupus, herpes, blindness. But it sounds too simple, right?
His treatment revolves around treating cancer, AIDS, arthritis, asthma, diabetes, herpes, sickle cell anemia, epilepsy, heart and vital organs, dysfunction, obesity, leukemia, mental disorders, tumors, and other male and female problems. Dr. Sebi's specific diet has a few rules and certain foods in order to achieve a better state of the body. The rules include not eating anything besides the listed food, drinking a gallon of natural spring water, avoiding eating hybrid foods, canned and seedless fruits, animal products, drinking alcohol, and using a microwave as it would kill the nutrients in your food. His diet is solely based on plant-based foods with low calories except for nuts, seeds, avocados, oils, and seeds.
Foods that are alkaline. We could begin with mushrooms. Quinoa. Quinoa. Quinoa amaranth. Mushrooms. Portobello. Crimini.
But you're only limited to eating vegetables like kale, avocado, bell pepper, and wild arugula. Fruits include bananas, apples, dates, and Seville oranges. Meanwhile, grains and oils included wild rice, rye, quinoa, spelt, the old word for wheat, hemp seed oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, and olive oil. Other food items include hemp and raw sesame seeds, tahini butter, walnuts, chamomile tea, fennel tea, ginger tea, agave syrup, cayenne, and powdered seaweed. By following Dr. Sebi's plant-based diet, anyone can achieve maintenance of good health without risking falling prey to high blood pressure, heart problems, cancer, and other deadly diseases. The process mainly involves clearing the body out of disease-causing mucus, detoxification, and maintaining an alkaline state of the body by eating only acid-free natural foods.
The African biobalance said no. It's a nutritional approach, electric food. Your Honor?
Dr. Sebi has also included a 3-day meal or diet plan on his website for the user's ease. Day 1 of the 3-day meal plan includes breakfast with 2 banana spelt pancakes, coupled with agave syrup, a snack including a green juice smoothie made from apples, cucumbers, kale, and ginger, lunch with kale salad made from tomatoes, onions, dandelion greens, avocados, and chickpeas topped with olive oil and basil dressing, and dinner is limited to wild rice stir-fry with vegetables. Dr. Sebi's CMOS gel.
I'm going to give you something really fast. When I wake up in the morning, in order for me to maintain my knees in good shape, I could fall on my knees. When I was 30, I couldn't do that. At 78, I could do it because I drink that CMOS. Margaret CMOS in the morning and 2 glasses of water. It'll straighten your bones. It'll straighten your nerve. So in the morning when you wake up, don't think of those aches, because that's going to hurt you.
While almost every plant-based product promoted by Dr. Sebi is beneficial, according to Dr. Sebi, his CMOS gel is out of the ordinary. His website offers 2 mediums of CMOS: bromide plus capsules, plain CMOS gel, and elderberry CMOS gel. To him, CMOS wasn't only a beneficial natural element, it was the whole package to lead a healthy and fulfilling life. This CMOS is potentially full of minerals like calcium, phosphorus, potassium, chloride, magnesium, iron, zinc, iodine, sulfur, cobalt, copper, fluoride, manganese, and selenium. Apart from being nutritious, it will help maintain your thyroid, lungs, digestion, brain, immune, hormones, and sexual health. Not only can one eat it bare, but also mix it in smoothies, soups, and other recipes. Dr. Sebi's CMOS gel is additive, chemical, gluten, and fat-free, while also being low-calorie and vegan-friendly.
And it's going to give you energy, and it has muscle food. They call it manito. CMOS. Like the man.
During one of his public sessions, Dr. Sebi displayed how he could fall on his knees without trouble due to this CMOS gel. The silica, alongside other nutrients, helped him improve his bone health without consuming any Western medicines. Dr. Sebi was deemed successful in finding and marketing his herbal treatments, even when many criticized his practices.
CMOS have me doing things every morning like this. That's CMOS, okay? CMOS have me falling on my knees every morning to check them. And if they hurt, then something is wrong. CMOS is alive.
Dr. Sebi faced legal troubles. When Dr. Sebi found himself dedicated to helping humanity through natural herbs, by specializing in healing practices, he knew he would have to stand against the establishment.
That I was going to come up against the established or prevailing philosophy of life. That I knew at 14 years of age.
Dr. Sebi was then sued by the state of New York for practicing medicine without a license in February 1987. The police mentioned that Dr. Sebi made false claims about treating AIDS and other diseases, which is a scam.
And claiming to cure AIDS and other diseases, which is a fraudulent claim. The boss saw that. The boss' wife is in the bathroom because he told me the story himself. He called her out, come and see the man that's arrested.
However, he was soon cleared when the state failed to prove that Dr. Sebi was involved in medical diagnoses. Again in the 1990s, Dr. Sebi faced legal troubles, but this time he was released with a prohibition that he wasn't allowed to make false therapeutic claims. Even after all the trouble he faced during his journey to better and more natural treatments, Dr. Sebi proved his critics wrong by showing how effective his herbal treatments were.
Omar, his only biological son, came from Norway to Aspen. Michael said, I want you to treat my son. I just came back from Guinea and I brought an herb known as Sia, I put the herb in a bag and I told the boy to inhale, and the boy sneezed 52 times. On the 53rd, the tumor came out at the door, right when he was going out the door.
Among the famous celebrities who were treated by Dr. Sebi were Lisa Left Eye Lopes, Michael Jackson, Steven Seagal, Erykah Badu, John Travolta, and Eddie Murphy. According to Dr. Sebi, he had treated and cured Michael Jackson's addiction to painkillers. However, there was still some controversy linked to Dr. Sebi's diet plan, given its strict limitations to certain foods only. While following this diet, one cannot eat wheat products, beans, lentils, meat, and soy products. In addition to these, Dr. Sebi's diet also strictly prevents following the Western diet, including highly processed foods filled with salt, sugar, additives, calories, fats, and other chemicals. Alfredo Darrington Bowman, Dr. Sebi, died in 2016 after falling severely ill in police custody in Honduras. He suffered from grave pneumonia while spending his time in a poor environment of prison. While en route to a hospital, Dr. Sebi took his last breath. Dr. Sebi's followers and fans believed his death might not have been caused by natural reasons, but that there was a conspiracy behind his death. Given his tough competition with modern medicine and exposure to the hidden truth, the government might have silenced him for good. That's it for today's video. If you liked or have tried Dr. Sebi's herbal treatment before, let me know in the comments section below.